Do you think that Donald Trump should have immunity from all of this prosecution that's happening right now? That a former president, even while they were president, should have immunity from what they did?
Yes, because I believe a lot of what they did here right now is bogus. I think they're just trying to stop him from becoming the president.
But if a president is immune, doesn't that make him sort of like a king?
Yeah, I guess it does, but I just feel like in his case that they're prosecuting him because they don't want him in the White House. I just want Trump back.
Doesn't absolute immunity make someone a king? Well, yeah, but as long as Donald Trump is the king, I'll turn on my country for him, sure. They call themselves patriots.
Do you think a president should be immune from prosecution for what they did while they were in office?
Absolutely.
But doesn't that create like King Trump in a way?
Absolutely not. If you can't have immunity, you can't do the job you need to do when you are president. And if someone thinks that they're going to get put in prison after their term is up, they may make a wrong decision when they are president.
But what if they actually break the U.S. law?
Well, no one's above the law, but they have to prove that they did break the law. So,
is that what they're doing now with President Trump, trying to prove that he broke the law?
They are trying to interfere with an election in every way possible. Nothing that they've ever accused him of has ever been proven true. The impeachments were a hoax.
The MAGA code is to ingest every lie Trump tells them, then regurgitate it to anyone that's listening. But watch.
Absolutely not. If you can't have immunity, you can't do the job you need to do when you are president.
If you don't have immunity, you're not going to do anything. You're going to become a ceremonial president. You're just going to be doing nothing. If a president of the United States does not have immunity, he'll be totally ineffective because he won't be able to do anything.
And if someone thinks that they're going to get put in prison after their term is up, they may make a wrong decision when they are president.
But you're not going to do anything if you don't have immunity, because otherwise you're going to be prosecuted after you leave office. It will mean he'll be prosecuted, strongly prosecuted perhaps, as soon as he leaves office by the opposing party.
And as soon as a logical question is asked that would dismantle the fragile and unvetted talking point in their head, they pause, mentally confront the logic silently, then toss it aside and move on to regurgitating more of Trump's alternate reality.
Well, no one's above the law, but they have to prove that they did break the law. So,
is that what they're doing now with President Trump, trying to prove that he broke the law?
They are trying to interfere with an election in every way possible.
See, MAGA rallies are literal brainwashing sessions that get every red hat on the same page to spread Trump's lies as far and as wide as they can.
Do you think a president should be immune from prosecution for what he was doing when he was president?
I think that there's a level of immunity that should be there for a president, absolutely, because they are the pinnacle of our governmental system, and they shouldn't have to deal with things like that.
Do we then get close to a king?
No, I don't believe that. Not at all.
Because isn't there an above the lawness about being immune to prosecution?
As far as being above the law, no, because the president, again, he's our leader, and I think there should be some form of immune for them.
It's literally taking the idea of an autocrat's immunity and refusing to call it that, only to say our president should have those powers simply because he's the president. There's no difference except the discomfort of admitting how un-American the logic is. But for some, the talking points are fully ingested and they come back up before they're fully digested.
Do you think that presidents should have immunity from these sorts of indictments, as Donald Trump is fighting for? Now the Supreme Court is talking about it and taking it up.
They know a lot of things that we don't know. And like I said, Trump had an absolutely valid reason to believe that 2020 was not legitimate. Maybe he did lose the election. I don't know, but I don't think it was an intent to overthrow the government. And it's been a complete witch hunt and political persecution in my mind that they are trying to take him out because they know he is a threat. I believe January 6, 2020 was a complete insurance take for the Democrats just in case, hey, hopefully this happens. They wanted it to happen. Why wouldn't they? If it happened, if he ran again, then they got in their back pocket what they're using right now. All of a sudden they want to try to indict him 6 9 months before the election.